If you're looking for 3 unique places to try the next time you're in Tokyo, then this is the video for you. And the best part is there are 3 different price points. Now, if you've been on my channel for a while, you would know that this is one of my favorite places in Japan, and they specialize in eggs. And it's a free-flow egg buffet. Now, why I think this place is worth trying out is because they specialize in a dish known as tamago kake gohan, which is a comfort dish most Japanese people grew up in and consists of raw egg on a bit of hot rice and some soy sauce. And there are 11 different eggs for you to try from. Can you imagine that? And each egg has their own different flavoring and their own special things about them. My favorite egg in particular is this off-white yuzu flavored egg. And this yolk is so creamy and buttery, and apparently it has half the cholesterol or 1/3 the cholesterol of a normal egg. Well, I haven't tested it out, but I've eaten a lot of it and I have not collapsed yet. So I think there's a bit of truth to it. Now, even if you're not a fan of raw eggs and you don't really want to try it, this place does have other egg and chicken dishes that are cooked for you to try out. But I think this is a dish definitely worth trying. Because think about it, when is the next time you're gonna see like 11 different eggs from different regions in Japan sitting in front of you? And you can pay for the unlimited egg option all for the price of 1,200 yen. Personally, I think that's a massive steal. And it's an excellent deal. If you like tonkatsu or anything fried, this is the place for you. This is Tonkatsu Maisen, and they're famous for their specially bred pigs that apparently they have a patent for. The pork cutlets are beautifully fried. They are so juicy, so tender, and so flavorful, and I can see why this place is popular and how they specialize in just this one item. For this place, you should come here during off-peak hours or a bit early around opening time because they tend to be a long queue around lunchtime and dinner time because it's very popular with both tourists and locals alike. Slathered with mustard, this is one of my favorite dishes in Tokyo. I think there's nothing that tastes better than the soy sauce and onion sauce they have simmered my dish in, and it comes as a set meal. What more can you ask? You get everything you want in one full meal, and sometimes it's so filling that it can be the meal for the day for me. And this is a play on a mud and egg dish but using pork instead of chicken. And if you're looking for something else, there's also a Japanese curry which I was obsessed with growing up. This was my go-to meal until much recently where I've learned to appreciate onions in my dish. As a rule of thumb, Japanese curry tends to be on the sweeter side. They're not really spicy per se, but I really like the curry here because it is more savory than sweet, which I find happens sometimes with Japanese curry. Of course, the main star of the show is the pork cutlet, and you can just get that as a standard set. Tonkatsu Maisen has been very popular ever since I can remember, and it's not hard to see why. The food standard has remained consistently high, and the set meals are excellent value for what you're getting. And before we get to the last recommendation in this video, let's have a quick hojicha break. It's no secret that hojicha is my favorite way of drinking tea. When you're in Japan, you should definitely check out matcha and hojicha. They are made from the same leaf, just prepared in a different way. Because in here, the matcha and hojicha tend to be a bit more pure and a lot richer, and they are definitely not shy with the amount they put into the desserts and the drinks. If you're looking to splash out and want to try some high-quality Wagyu beef, Jumbo Yakiniku is your place to be. This is a Yakiniku grill place that specializes in all cuts of Wagyu beef. There are so many different ways that you can enjoy your beef in this place, and some of the beefs are so high quality that the staff would not let you cook, and they will cook it in front of you to ensure that you're getting the best experience possible. The beef here is so soft and tender and so flavorful that I can completely understand why they're asking for the price. It is that. The main star of the show for me actually is this beef tartare, which is basically raw beef with an egg yolk, and it may seem a bit jarring at first, but you should definitely try this because the meat is so tasty and I think it's best enjoyed in this state. Food regulation standards in Japan is very high, so it's very safe to eat this beef raw, and I think you'll not regret trying it at least once. I really enjoy eating raw food, and this is a dish that I'll definitely order again when I come back because I could not get enough of it. The fattiness of the beef combined with the rich flavor of the egg yolk makes the perfect dish. And can we take a moment to admire how orange and vibrant this egg yolk is? This is not edited footage. This egg came out looking exactly like this. And the sides here are just as good. This salad is fresh and crisp and serves as a good accompaniment to cut out all of the grease from the beef. And you can't skip on this garlic fried rice. This is one of the best things I've ever eaten. And the amount of beef they provide in here is basically, are you eating beef or are you eating rice? The egg seaweed soup is also warm and comforting and is very good for young kids who may want to look for something light, or older people as well. And of course, going back to the main stuff, the beef here is truly incomparable, and I can see why it's so popular among tourists because I'm a tourist myself and I love this place. This is the cut of beef that they don't let you cook. This is the staff cooking it right in front of us and putting it directly straight into our bowls. That's how much they value the quality control in this place. I cannot recommend this place more, and I do hope you try it at least once during your trip to Tokyo. But of course, the food in Japan is so incredibly good. I feel like in order to find bad food, you have to actively go look for it. But these are some of the places that I think are interesting and unique to Japan and are very foreigner friendly, while still being authentically Japanese cuisine. Especially with the 3 different price points, you can decide which ones you want to try and which one you probably want to leave off, and which ones you want to make multiple visits to, because I've definitely visited the egg place at least a minimum of twice every trip I've been in Japan. Whereas the Yakiniku place is a place I'll probably visit with my parents. And the times I've eaten at the Tonkatsu place, I have been there at 3 or 4 p.m. because I really don't like to queue up for my food, and those are the times where it's completely quiet and empty. So I hope you'll be able to try out at least one of these places during your next trip to Japan. But wait, if you're going to be spending a whole day in Shibuya, I have a whole video on the 8 most foreigner-friendly places you should go to in the area. I have personally taste checked and verified that all of them are delicious and good. So why don't you check out that video next?